Do you struggle with knowing what to eat, when to eat, how much to eat, have self-hate talk after you eat, if you overeat, if you binge, whatever it is that restricts you from simply loving your meal, this video is for you. I specifically have tailored this entire program around people like you and I. So let's start off with a little backstory. I've said this before, I'm a model and I've had eating disorder struggles with loving my body and loving my food and knowing what to eat for years. And I finally have come to a place now where I love my food, I love what's on my plate. I have a few simple tips and tricks that you can do when you're going to eat a meal and how to create the meal and how to sit down and enjoy your meal in a new and unique, different way. Okay, so welcome to my kitchen. I'm gonna be showing you how I make my all-time favorite Mexican-inspired healthy bowl. And it requires just a few ingredients, which are just vegetables, basically, and like rice or beans or whatever you want your side to be. Get onto the concept of eating pretty and what that means. Move this camera down and show you what we're working with really quick. What I like to call a classic fridge dump. You can actually use anything that's already left over in your fridge and make a recipe out of it. So what do we have here? I've got some leftover zucchini, so I'm gonna use one of these. Broccoli, onion, and mushroom, of course. Leftover cabbage, which is a red cabbage, orange carrot mixture. Power green, cilantro for seasoning. Black beans for some vegan protein and some carbs. And for the fat, I have avocado for topping. My favorite hot sauce, obviously, tahini on everything. Back here, I just have everything that goes along with the seasonings that I will be using. Let's go ahead and get to chopping and I will show you what comes next. So I want to get something straight because you can obviously tell that there is no type of meat protein in this bowl. Am I opposed to putting chicken, beef, turkey, meat of any sort in this bowl? No, not at all. But my body right now is not craving that and I have to just listen to that. So it's practicing being intuitive and practicing knowing what kind of foods your body needs at a specific time. Let's get into the actual cooking process. So I have everything cut up. Let's head over to the stove. Hey guys, so this is exactly what I mean by a fridge dump. Like if I was actually making tacos, I would have had peppers on hand, I would have had jalapeno, I would have like really made it a real Mexican bowl, but I was winging it because I really just wanted to talk about eating pretty. But I'll show you the recipe that I came up with, which was just a seasoning blend that matches the blend that's on the back of the taco packet. And I just added all the vegetables after I cooked down the onions and garlic and some seasoning. The trick is to add the seasonings and layers, and then also I add some water to avoid putting too much oil, and the cabbage, and I cook it down. I add some more tahini because I ran out of salt, and then I literally cook the black beans. More smoked paprika, season to taste, burn your hand, so it's a whole thing. And the last and final step is to just add a bunch of cilantro. We are ready to start assembling our bowl, which to me is the most exciting part. I love to clean the kitchen as I'm cooking because I just feel like it really helps me stay organized. Let's get to designing our beautiful little eating pretty Mexican Buddha bowl. We've finally arrived to my favorite part of this video, which is the creation process, making a beautiful little Buddha bowl or taco or whatever your heart desires of your meal choice. And I just take some spinach, chop it up with some salt, pepper, olive oil, lime juice, and then I start plating with all the other things that I made. You can use like rice here, you can use some kind of meat or fish here, like whatever it is, whatever your heart desires, it doesn't matter. Don't follow this recipe in order to follow the eating pretty method, but I just feel like it really does make a difference when you put this much heart and soul in your meals. Okay guys, we're back. I made my veggie protein packed macro based bowl. Step one is to create a beautiful, colorful plate that you enjoy and that you made just by being creative. While you're making your food, make sure that you're cleaning up your space around you so that when you're sitting down, you're not stressed about having to get up and clean it after. So the way that I like to eat is so slow and intentional You're gonna take your first bite, and I like to just get a little bit of everything on my fork here. You want to take little tiny bites as if you're a sophisticated and classy French lady. So when you take your bite, you like don't want to have your mouth so full to where you're chewing and you can't speak because your mouth is full. Because if your mouth is full and you're speaking, you're not actually thinking about the food that you're eating. So I should be able to sit here and have a relatively decent conversation with you without it being appalling or aggressive that I have a tiny bit of food in my mouth. Cut distractions, try not to be on your phone. You know, if you eat way too fast, then you're not even thinking about it, and then before you know it, you're already going back to the cabinet and you're having more snacks before you even gave your body a chance to feel full from the first meal that you had. So if you wanna go back for seconds, give yourself like a good 15 to 30 minute window before you jump back to get more, because you'll be surprised at how full you feel. So the next thing that I want to talk about is literally chewing your food to a pulp. And my friend Ashlyn says this all the time, and it's so important and it's so forgot about. And it's something to practice because you know your digestion starts in your mouth. The enzymes that are released through your saliva are actually part one of your digestive process. So if you skip that just by inhaling and chewing halfway, your body has to break down everything so much harder, bigger pieces, and it doesn't have that essential enzyme that it needs. Another thing that you can do to know if you had enough food, if you are full, if you're hungry still, I eat my food and then I try to go do some kind of like small workout, whether that's a walk or some stretching, some yoga. If I'm able and capable to perform such tasks after eating a meal, I did good, because now I have energy, I can still move my body, I didn't overeat. Remember, your food is your fuel and it's your energy source. If you're just gonna continue to consume pizza, pasta, macaroni and cheese, hot dogs, meatball subs, like, you can do that. But even if you wanted to eat those foods and you wanted to use these simple tips, they might be able to help you. That's basically it. Eating pretty in a nutshell. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to enjoy my meal. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a beautiful day.